I'm out here to protect us as a union and to protect our collective bargaining rights.
I'm hoping to make a change. This is wrong. They've taken and they stripped the right of the Michigan people.
The protests look like Wisconsin, but it's not. This explosive video shows protests inside the Michigan state capitol. The protesters chanting, "Shut it down." And outside, the protests growing violent. An angry mob destroying a conservative group's tent on the state capitol lawn. People were inside the tent as it came down, and some in the crowd were even armed with knives. Michigan is now the 24th state heading into the right to work column. Our next guest calls today a, quote, bold and historic day for Michigan. Now, earlier tonight, we spoke to Michigan State Senate Majority Leader Arlan Meekhof. What do you expect to get for the state of Michigan out of this? If we're having a conversation a year from now, what's the impact?
Well, I think the impact is a bold and historic day for Michigan. It simply gives us the opportunity to be competitive throughout the world and in our region, and to give us the best opportunity for economic growth for our citizens.
How do you figure it gives you a better opportunity to be competitive?
Well, it simply says when you're looking at expanding your business here in Michigan, or moving your business here to Michigan, or creating a business here in Michigan, you now as employees will have the choice whether to join a union or not to join a union.
Do you have any sort of empirical study to show that this is in any way going to enhance the economy of Michigan? I mean, can you point to other states? Has this been a direct impact on their states, their economic viability?
Well, I think if you look at Indiana, the amount of projects they are about to undertake and have undertaken have really given their people a great opportunity to provide jobs in their communities.
Why do you think the governor changed his mind on this? Because, you know, a lot of people are talking, a lot of the Democrats don't like this because they say, A, they didn't like the process, it got pushed through very quickly, and B, that the governor changed his mind in the past few months.
I guess if you can't debate the merits, you argue the process, right, Greta? Simply, the governor looked at it and said, this is an opportunity that is here. It's bold. Again, it's historic because it puts Michigan on the map as a place that people are going to want to do business.
Why isn't it an opportunity before for him, though? If it's an opportunity now, why not before?
Well, he had actually asked the labor leaders to stand down on it, and they did not. So I'm not reading the governor's intent into it, but he believed it's the right time, and he came out to be a leader on it as well.
Other than that an employee no longer will be obliged to be a member of a union, does it enable the employer to hire more easily? Does it have anything to do with fire more easily?
No, I don't believe it does, Greta. It's simply the ability for the union to make their case and market to the employee, and they have a choice what they do with their dollars, and they're able to make the choice best for their family.
Taking a look at this protest around your state, what do you think, or at least around the state capitol?
Well, they predicted there would be a lot more people, and I guess it was about half the crowd they were expecting. And isn't democracy great? I mean, people voicing their displeasure. It's unfortunate that there were some property damage and maybe some people that got injured. But again, we've debated this long and hard on the Senate floor, over 5 hours of debate on the Senate floor, several upper hours on the House floor this afternoon, and I believe the public is being served with open debate.
Do you have any objection as you marvel about how great democracy is that the Warren Consolidated Schools had to shut down today because 750 staff called in absent today, making it impossible for them to keep the school open?
Well, it's unfortunate that those folks made that choice. Again, I think it shows their priorities, and I was hopeful that their priorities would be the children and upholding the people that sent them there to do their job.
I suppose they'd say that they can be more effective teachers if they have a union, so I suppose that would be their argument, that it's not going to inhibit their ability. Obviously, today was lost, but I think that, I would suspect that they would say that somehow it would make them less able to, not as good at providing an education to their kids.
Well, again, the union will have to market that to those employees and say, here, there's a value proposition. You have money that you've earned, and if it is that you want to join our unit because it's beneficial to you and your family, you will simply have the choice.